Okay, have you heard the one about me being a casting director in New York City? Assistant casting director. Well, I started as a dancer and moved to New York to be like a dancer actor. So I got some gigs here and there. That's a whole nother story. But I also got a gig as an assistant casting director. We did mostly film, independent films, commercials, and a couple of extras, which would be like on the bigger gigs. Now, I learned a lot. I learned about finding the bitch within. She was very much into the way of speaking with, because I spoke with agents all the time, the ones that were like, I was trying to get to as an actor, but now as a casting director, I had to call them like on the daily. But she wanted me to be a little bit more mean on the phone. I just didn't have it in me and I was a little too nice. But she's like, you've got to pretend that you have so much more important things to be doing and that you have much more important people to be talking to. And so that was kind of like my MO. Like I had to just make up a bitchy attitude and keep it. I also was able to learn how to smell desperation. And so being on the other side of the table was very interesting. I learned about like not taking things personally. So there would be like legit people that are looking at these actors and trying to hire them. And we are like nitpicking on their little tooth. Like one little tooth is just a little too twisted. And it was just too much for them. And so they weren't hired. So I was on that side of the table watching this unfold and realizing it has nothing to do with your acting ability. It has nothing to do with who you are as a person. And the amount of desperation that I could feel oozing out of these actors when they came in to, audition for us was palpable. So that was one thing I learned. Also, my goodness, supermodels are really beautiful, and it's not a joke. And so we started to get different gigs, and I started to cast for The Swan. Now, I don't know if anybody remembers The Swan. It was when reality television first started, and The Swan was about taking this like homely, plain girl. I think maybe eventually they did men, but mostly women, and really telling them that they're not good enough and like giving them a full makeover. But I'm talking plastic surgery makeover, making them lose weight, making them do a little bit of therapy. Not enough, because people pretty much lost their lives after this show. It wasn't on for long. Well, I got to cast for that. So that was super fun. Being in New York City in Times Square, having people come in and audition, and I'm like, you're ugly, but you're just not ugly enough for the show. Oh my God, it was breaking my heart. I couldn't do it. I couldn't cast for these reality television shows. It was just too much. So I quit, and I never went back to it. I do feel bad because I kind of just bounced, not in a good way. I was just like, I'm out, and I never really spoke with her again. I hope she's doing well, and I hope everything ended up well for her. But yeah, casting, directing in New York City, that's how it ended.